Guys, getting everything together for my next Table Talks episode. I really like this topic because it touches on something that, sometimes we don't want to change things. We think that they should stay the same. And when we think about change, it can be a little bit frightening, right? Sometimes we've got to renew the dream that's in our heart, something that we had 10 years ago. Yes, the ideal is still there, right? But it needs to be refreshed. God may want to do something different with the dream. And this is what really something that happened to me this past year, and I was not expecting it. But it's been so rewarding. And what that is Authentically Jessie. It's not anything I had on my radar last year or before leaving to go to England for my musical tour. It just he just dropped this in my lap, and it was just so refreshing. And it was great when I was willing to move into it, okay? Move into it freely. That was the blessing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording this, doing it a little bit different today. And there might have to be some slight editing on my part for Table Talks, because what behind the mic is what we created, what Willow runs my YouTube channel, and she's such a blessing. But I want to bring you into every aspect of my life that I possibly can. Parts of my life that are important and that will impact your life as well. That's what Authentically Jessie is all about. It's just about positive impact, okay? So, let's see here. Get back to where I was. Setup can be a little tricky. And I'm recording this on Zoom. For Zoom records, if you don't know, it records the video. You can record the session, but it also gives you an option to be able to use the audio portion only, right? So you're going to get what you see there, and then Debbie Cole, my co-host and my engineer for Table Talks, is going to get the audio, okay? So it's like I'm doing 2-in-1, and it saves me time. My day has been incredibly busy. I've got a lot going on, but everything that I have going on is empowering people. And if I empower other people, I get empowered first. So let's go with this, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. We often hold our plans so tightly. I have a habit of doing that we really leave no room for the Father to just reshape something that needs to be redesigned, right? I learned this the hard way right after my musical tour to England this past summer, which was fantastic. It was a dream come true. For a long time, I knew I was going to perform in Manchester and London. It was a dream that I carried, and it happened. How many people know how, once you've been working towards something for so long, and it just happens, it manifests. It was fantastic. I was moving so fast, going so hard, coming off the release, actually preparing for the album My Love Journey, which required photo shoots, many of them, creating a cover, recording all the songs, getting them mastered, getting them mixed, finding the musicians, finding all the songs, and that's not even half of it. It was like a whirlwind for me, right? And once the album was released, it went #1 on the UK and the, what is it called? Smooth Rhythms Solar Chart, if I'm getting that right, in the UK. And it was #1 4 or 5 times, and it stayed on the charts for, I think, 6 months, which was rarely heard of. So, God had already set that thing up for me in a way that I could have never imagined. And I was so blessed. I was so thankful. But when I returned home, I really hit a brick wall. I mean, I crashed and I burned. I was going so fast. When I got back, I was seeing double vision, and I thought I was, what really all this came down to is I thought that all I was a singer, a performer, someone that wrote songs, someone that went into the studio and recorded, someone that did get all the integral parts of being a professional singer. But I soon found out that I had defined myself by the stage and by the charts and by getting gigs. But days after I got back and I was trying to pick myself back up from running so hard and giving myself some grace here to just put the brakes on and rest, right? God, He spoke to me so clearly, guys, as I'm sure He has done in your life. And He said to me, quote unquote, Jessie, you're more than just a singer. You're my psalmist in the marketplace. But girl, you are so much more. Take the limits off. And I didn't know I even put limits on myself because I've done so much. But He said, take the limits off. I want you to do it differently. I want you to renew your dream. I'm going to renew your dream. And He told me right then that He wanted me to create a YouTube channel called Authentically Jessie. He said, Jessie, you're going to be your authentic self. Authentically Jessie. I don't want you to put any borders up like the world would put up around you, or you would put up around yourself or around your thinking. I want you to just be authentically you. What is that? What do you want to do? And He said, I want you to share all of you, because when you hide parts of yourself, my people start limiting themselves. And He said, you are making an impact, but I want your impact to be greater on a completely different level. He reminded me that He had placed a wealth of creativity inside of me, not just an amazing voice for melody, but a spirit for creating, for healing, for lifting my people up. The Holy Spirit told me specifically, be the creator I designed you to be. Is that not powerful? Be the creator I designed you to be, because you're made in my image. And I'm the master creator. So if I'm a creator, guess what? So are you. And it can be vast and it can be wide, and it does not have to be limited. That was the moment Authentically Jessie was birthed. I had to be obedient enough to step out of the singer box into the creator identity box so others could do the same. I met Willow, the YouTube person, when I was dashing. That's what I do on the side to make my living as an independent artist or as just a creator, Authentically Jessie. And I had no idea how she was going to play a part on my journey, but I delivered food. We had a conversation about what she did. I got her number. I kept it, and I reached out to her. And let me tell you about the favor of God. Within 4 months of stepping out of those limits, we reached 116,000 views. Can you believe that? And Willow was saying, Jessie, this does not happen. YouTube has not even found a place for you yet in the algorithm. And your shorts are blowing up. And your long form videos are catching on. Do you know how incredible and how rare that is? You know, my dream wasn't taken away. It was totally just renewed. I'm still singing. I'm still performing. I'm still writing. I'm still co-laboring with other singers and other musical opportunities. But I'm also, I guess you could say, a content creator that helps lift people higher, that brings joy to a world that's really challenging right now for many people when they wake up and they see the news. To let people know, look, as I do here on Table Talks, same thing. Table Talks is for dreamers, but it impacts people just in general because of the topics that we unpack and the guests that we have on. And our faithful Winifred White and faithful Dr. Melanie Cope, who is a life coach, and Winifred, an author, and Debbie Cole, who is the owner of WXJC, and she has jazz concerts, and she does a variation of different things, right? Taking the shackles off, renewing the dream. Renewing the dream. You know, the best part, it gave me even more joy for the music because I was finally free to do more, to impact the world greater. I want to speak to those of you listening who feel stagnant. You may be feeling a little stuck in a label. You are not just your job title. You are not just your past successes. There is a wealth of creativity inside of you that the world is truly, truly waiting to see. Stop limiting yourself to what you've always done. A change is going to come, honey. When you loosen your grip, just let it go. Let it go. You loosen the grip on your plans and allow the Father to just refine your direction. He will take you further than your own talent could ever do. Don't just be what they expect you to be. You know, people want to put limits on you. Don't, and you're putting them on yourself. Stop that. Be the creator He designed you to be. That's vast, that's wide, that runs deep. And step out of your limitations and watch how He breathes fresh life into your dream, renewing it in a way that will blow your mind.
Recording stopped.
All right. I'm sorry, I got carried away. Forgot what I was doing. Hey, you still there? This has been great. I love talking about this. You know, I was tired when I was setting up all this equipment to do this. But, you know, when you start talking about the things that you truly, truly enjoy, that truly, truly, it truly propels you to renew your energy on the inside to do what you have to do. So renew your dream. Okay, let Him renew it. Let Him repack it. Let Him reshape it. Let Him redesign it. Because you're in great hands. JC loves you. And remember, so do I. There's love here for you. Renew the dream.